Welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Warrior Monsters. Last time, we did every single one of the Queen's requests that we could do up to this point. We even prepared and got ready for some of the later ones, but we quickly learned that she does require you to clear the arena. I kind of forgot about that detail, but I think it was a welcome one. Now, today, I plan on tackling the arena, though there was a detail I forgot about that I should bring up. Over here is Tedo. The last fight in C-Class is going to be a good one. So yeah, he'll mention that this fight is gonna be a darn good one. Now, otherwise, should we come over this way, hearing that, we talk to this guy and see what we're up against. Yo, dude, do you want to know who your opponents are in C-Class? Your opponent for the last match will be Tedo. He has a rock slime and 2 box slimes. Those guys have an extremely good defense and use upper. You'll be in trouble if you don't get them before they start to defend themselves. So yeah, we're in for a bit of a rough fight. And I guess to be fair, I shouldn't have said I forgot to show it, but I thought it was a fun little thing that he's all hyped and pumped up for our next arena battle, because I think he knows that we're going to be fighting. Now, we have King, Rain, and Todo, and they're all fairly powerful. All their stats are looking pretty darn good for this point in the game, though there is one problem. One, Rain is cool and calm, which not the end of the world, but the bigger issue, we really don't have all that strong of moves for Rain and Todo. They have good stuff that will help us, but in terms of damage, we really only have King with Rock Throw and Scorching, which to be fair, will probably be enough. So for our fight, I plan on having King on Charge, Rain on Mixed, and Todo on Cautious. Now worst case, if things do go haywire, I can always have King swap to Cautious, or even have Todo swap to being offensive if needed. Otherwise too, say if we get poisoned, Todo can use Antidote, and if we need a little more offense, I can always have Rain swap to offensive as well. But I think Stomp Spell is going to be our bread and butter. Now otherwise, we have plenty of money, so I think we'll give the arena a shot, and if we happen to just get totally crushed, we'll go to my favorite gate, do some grinding, and come back once Rain and Todo are a little stronger. Still, let's give it a shot, shall we?
Oh, Terry, I've been waiting for you. The king gave you permission to compete in C-Class and beyond. You have to survive S-Class to be the rep of Great Tree. Only those who survive S-Class can be in the tournament. You can skip directly to S-Class. Which class do you want to compete in?
And while it is true, your chance of beating this right now are slim to none. Additionally, if you skip straight to S-Class, you're risking losing out on anything that is between all of these. Now, say Great Tree grows, that will still occur, but breeding opportunities and other things like that will just get erased. It will open up a lot of things, but you gotta be careful. So I've never enjoyed just skipping classes. I always go through, check everything, and so on and so forth. So, let's go for C-Class.
Are you okay with registering in C-Class?
You betcha.
Ladies and gents, welcome to the arena. A new challenger is here today. Ladies and gents, please welcome Terry. Now we begin the first match.
Also, it's a little incorrect to say new challenger, but whatever.
Let's rumble.
Now this first fight, nothing too bad. Stubborn, some spiky boys, they're pretty easy. I imagine, yeah, King's just gonna spam Scorching and probably Rock Throw, and that'll pretty much take him out. Now, worst case, if they survive, I'm sure Rain and Toto can handle them just fine. So yeah, first round, not too bad.
For the first match, the victory goes to the challenger. Now we begin the second match. Let's rumble!
Now this match is a little harder between the two Healer Slimes and the Rogue Knight. It can take some punishment, so you gotta be a little careful. Still, I think our plan and strategy is solid. Yeah, boom, Healer already gone. Healer 2 may not have died instantly, but Toto might help that. Oh yeah, more than enough. This is where I didn't really worry too much about our damage, but sometimes you just never know when you get unlucky in a fight. So, I like being cautious. Now, otherwise, too, another big thing I do want to address. I might sound a little different, because I'm actually incredibly sick. Turns out, wintertime brings winter disease. Or, well, sickness, so, you know.
For the second match, the victory again goes to the challenger. Now we begin the third match. Here's Master Teto.
Oh, hey, Teto. Hello, Terry. I was expecting you. Before I get nervous, let us begin. Honestly, that's wise. Now again, this is the fight that might give you some trouble. The box slimes can deal a fair bit of damage. They use upper like the guy said, and we know what a rock slime can do. So, sit fight, cross our fingers. Now Scorching will do some good damage, but we still gotta be careful. Stop spell will be pretty effective when it works, but you still gotta be careful. There's the other issue, is Teto's rock slime can jump into the air and dodge a lot of damage. Now luckily, because Scorching is a breath attack, it will still hit in the air. But if it was just like, say, a regular attack, or like a tripping move or something like that, it probably wouldn't hit, because it would probably just say it doesn't reach him. So far, so good.
King throws a huge rock.
Oh yeah. How's that for the tail of Sisyphus? My goodness, King. You know, I feel a little bad that I even worried. Our team is darn good.
Congratulations! We have a new winner! Give a round of applause for Master Terry.
Well done. You survived C-Class. The king opened a room of joy and wisdom for you. Stronger monsters are waiting.
Oh, baby. Those are some very nice gates. But I figure, before we go looking around, let's take a look in here, see what Teto has to say. Hey there. Terry, you're tough. Way to go. Say, let's breed. Why don't you breed with my Eider? This would have been incredibly useful. And, to be honest, still will be. If you remember, Butterfly and Eider create Drawl. Drawl can then create Armorpede. Armorpede can then create a Hornbeetle. 2 Hornbeetles make an Armorpion, which the Queen will eventually want to see. It's one of the more annoying things she wants to see. So, I would go catch another butterfly and use this opportunity to get another Drawl. In fact, I'm probably going to go do that right now. After we're done exploring the arena, of course. Come now. Hey there. We all gather here, seeking victory. Unicorn is the monster with the best defense. They don't live behind the Traveler's Gate, but some foreign masters own them. If you want to make one through breeding, you'll need Fang Slime. So, we already know this. We've already made one and used it. But, okay, look, between you and me, Unicorn does not have nearly good defense. It's kinda weak. It has good defensive spells and supporting spells, but its actual defense stat, kinda terrible. Otherwise, how about up here? Let's see, Guide Entrance still has Thunder Skill. Nothing new there. Bone Slave, we already know. Now what about you, May?
What do you say? Why don't you breed with my Rayburn?
So yeah, this is one of a few breeding opportunities that doesn't go away right away. I talked about using this to breed a Whitbird, which is one of my favorite monsters, but we could also breed something like a Skullgon from it, or just, breed another, I think, dragon to make the same dragon. So I don't know what I'll plan with this, but something eventually. I mean, looking at what we have, we don't have anything incredibly interesting, to be honest. Yeah, so, I don't think I'll be doing anything with any of this. Yeah, none of our monsters are really any suited to this. I mean, I guess I could breed Icarus now. Just because we really don't need him anymore. At least I don't think. I might be wrong on that. I think that was the last one we needed to show the queen, or did show the queen. Speaking of, because we cleared the arena, I think she'll have new requests. So, let's go see.
I'm satisfied, Terry. You win a victory.
So, no. She doesn't care about anything new yet. So like I said, all that grinding, farming, and stuff we did, it really pays off for a long while.
Want to know about the monsters behind the Gate of Wisdom?
Absolutely.
There are Facers, Tonguelas, Flora Jays, Pteranod, and Armorpedes living there.
Which, if you hear that, rather than doing my advice of just, catching a butterfly, breeding the eider, making an Armorpede, we can just find him there. So that'll speed up making another Hornbeetle a lot.
Flora Jays use Beast Gut. The guardian there is a sky dragon. Its scorching is powerful. You might want to take monsters from the objects or dragons families.
Don't we know about Scorch? And what about you, friend?
Would you like to learn about the Gate of Joy?
Yes, sir.
There were Snailies, Sackers,
Gulples, Madpeckers, Eyeballs, Babbles, and Mummies living there.
Beware of monsters with Paralyze and Poison Hit. You might want to take monsters with Antidote and Numb Off. The guardian there is a funky bird. It will confuse you by dancing the panny dance. You'll need a sky bell to cure the confusion.
Very interesting. Now, you might have noticed a certain monster he mentioned, one by the Gulple name. Going to this gate, the Gate of Joy, catching Gulples, then going to the Arena Gate, catching Medusa Eye. That is a good way to set yourself up to make Orochi. All you need is a dragon to breed with the Gulple. You make Andreal, boom, you're good to go. Breed it with the Medusa Eye. You have Orochi, which is a super good dragon. Now the other big exciting thing is Gulples. They can help you make Andreals easy peasy. And let me tell you, we're going to be making a lot of them. So I hope you're excited and ready to catch some darn Gulples. I know I am. Now otherwise, our inventory is decent for going monster hunting and catching things and exploring a new gate, but I think I actually want to drop some stuff off and pick up some other things. So let's see. Let's put away our stat increases. There we go. Oh, here's something.
Sorry, can't store anymore.
So, the vault has a limit. After so many items, you won't be able to store anything else. And generally speaking, Life Acorn, Mystic Nut, and any of the other increasing seeds are probably the best thing to store, as well as, like, the books. Those are pretty worthwhile. Otherwise, things like World Dew, Potion, Elf Water, you can probably just start taking these and using them, if I'm completely honest. Love Water and Herbs are just completely phased out at this point. You really should never carry them unless you just have nothing better. Potions, pretty fine. I really don't need 5 of them in here. But I think for now, that'll be fine enough. I don't think we'll have too much of a problem with what we've got going on. So, let's head on up and go check out that new gate, shall we? I say gate. Gates, plural, there are 2 of them. But I figure one step at a time. So here we are.
You're at the Room of Joy and Wisdom. Go right to the Gate of Wisdom, left to the Gate of Joy.
I absolutely want to go to the Gate of Joy first. 'Cause again, Gulples be within. So, let's hop in. Well, here we are. Let's see, 14 total floors, 13 of which are random, and we already have floor traps. Thank goodness Toto has Step Guard and Map Magic. Very useful. Yeah, as we can see, we're playing with some pretty big maps now. So, expect this pretty much throughout the rest of the game. Now, luckily, all these monsters are pretty simple to deal with. I am going to keep cascading for rain, but past that, most of the fight should be fairly easy. There we go, nothing to worry about. Still not nearly as good of EXP as the Arena Gate, but still not bad. Speaking of, King gains a level and hits level 26. He gains 5 HP, 3 MP, 5 attack, 3 defense, 3 agility, 5 intelligence, and his Firebane becomes Firebolt. Very nice. And Herb. Alright, better than a Mimic, I suppose. Now, the other thing I'm also really hoping to find here are more tiny metals. I found 2 during that one montage while doing all the breeding and recruiting for the queen, but we still need more. Ideally, I'm hoping to get the reward for 13 of them fairly soon. I want to try to get it before we take on the next arena, just because I would like to have the reward from it. At least, ideally. Worst case, I can just run through a bunch of gates and try to find tiny metals. You know, it's not too bad, but this is where a lot of the tedium and grinding of this game comes in, which I can understand if people don't enjoy. For me, I always thought it was fun. But I also enjoy dungeon crawlers, and I've never had a problem with backtracking. Also, hello! Female Snaily wants to join us? Sure, why not? I guess we'll call her, you know what? This is a cute name. Call her Shell. Like Chel. Yeah, we'll take a look at her. Level 16, pretty good defense and agility. Everything else is terrible. She's a daredevil, pretty good. Has Ice Bolt, call for help. Can't go wrong. Still, I'm gonna stick with King, personally. I mean, come on. Look at him, he's just so happy. That's one thing I love about all the slimes. They're always just so happy. I love them. I actually own a normal slime and king slime plushie. Fun fact. They actually sit in a little chair, and it's adorable. Let's see. Get our step guard and map magic going. See what we're working with. Alright, not a terrible floor. Now, I am hoping to find some meat to help us recruit some gold pools. Ooh, even better. I will absolutely make room for a tiny metal. Yes, please. Just when I talk about it, ask and you'll receive. And you'll then be punished. Well, nothing you can do. I believe for this one, it's pretty similar to the other one. You kind of just gotta ride these all to the right, and then down to the bottom left. It's not too bad, but yes, it is still tedious. Ooh, you know what? I think if you take this one, it just ends you up on the left one. Still, hello, gold pool. I only have sirloin, which really doesn't help us. So, continue cascading and call it a day? Sorry. To be honest, I also really did not expect to recruit a Snaily. I don't know if I'll use it for anything, but hey, I'll take it. Yeah, see, there you go. This one just loops you around so you can safely take the left path. But that'll spit you out here. You can then come down here. And I want to say... Oh, hello, Madpecker. I don't think we've seen you yet. They're fairly normal. I want to say, yeah, so all we got to do, take this on down. And then now we've hit bottom left, go all the way right, plug to the bottom, and we'll be out of here. Also, too, another fun thing I haven't mentioned about rooms like this, when you get encounters, the encounter music is slightly different and extended, which is kind of a cool detail. I don't know why that's the case, but it is. My guess is maybe the game's memory has more room to display or play the longer song just because it doesn't need to generate a map? I don't know. I'm no programmer. Still, we are successfully out. Well, hey there. Tiny metal? Oh, 42 gold. Well, beggars cannot be choosers. Still, getting one? Huge. Love water. I wish I cared. 64 gold. Very nice. Really, I shouldn't be dawdling. Let's see. Oh, Toto. Let's use step guard just in anticipation. Oh, not again. Nope, gosh darn it. I keep doing it. I keep hitting it 3 times. There we go. I tell you, sometimes I know exactly what I want to do, and I just don't do it. It's a bad habit. Still, easy enough floor. Nothing to worry about. Oh, this one. I think it's bottom left. I think it's always that on this one. I might be wrong, and I hope I never am, but... Well, we know I've been wrong about things before, so you know. Also, too, to be completely transparent and honest, I thought Toto had the breeding for the Eider already available, and I was going to say I forgot that while making the troll, but I didn't, because he didn't have it available. So, oopsies. Sometimes you read a little too far ahead in the notes, and, you know, you think you're being a little dumb when you're actually not. It happens to the best of us. Still, like I said, it's a good opportunity if you want to breed a droll specifically, and you say maybe didn't already do the Queen's request, and you don't want to catch an armor feed from here, it's a great chance to do it. So, if you want to get more pals registered in the library, get, you know, the actual monster you're after, it'll help. I'm probably just going to go the route of catching the Armorpeed. But hey, you do you. I'm not going to tell you how to play the game. I'll give you advice, but I'm not going to sit there and, say, oh, you must play it like this. That's no fun. Let's see. Toto, if you would be a deer, Map Magic, and Step Guard. See if there's Naughty Ice. Oh yeah, this was a big one too. Thank goodness I went out of my way to make sure we had those abilities. Exploring these dungeons without them is just... oh, it's a nightmare. When I first played this game, I had no idea those abilities existed, and I went a very, very, very long time just having to tank damage. It was not fun. So, learn from me and my poor example, and, get yourself a monster with Step Guard and Map Magic. They're real good. Ironically, too, which is kind of funny, during all the breeding for the Queen's Request, I actually made, I think, 1 or 2 monsters that both had Map Magic and Step Guard by complete accident. So I thought that was kind of funny. Ooh, a potion. Do I care to bring you along? I mean... yeah, just use a world do. That'll be fine. I think having the MP long term would be a little better. Might be wrong, though. Ooh, eyeballs and mummies. Alright. Now, I want to say, if you breed the eyeball there with a beast, I think it makes Big Eye, if you remember that boss. So, luckily that boss isn't too hard to get or obtain, but I find it interesting that they, went out of their way to make you not recruit it for whatever reason. It's not that hard to make. But hey, whatever. We will take what we are given. Ooh, hello, traps. I do not want to walk on you. Thank you, dear Toto. Oh. Aha! There it is. I do like that the map updates, with each step. That is super nice. It makes traversing things a lot easier. Now, otherwise, too, I should actually check Rain after this fight to see if she's got, or he, I don't know why I keep saying she. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm used to his mother, Aqua, being the bird, and just in my headspace, ooh, he is a hot blood, very good. But in my headspace, I'm just so used to addressing the bird as female, especially because, our Draki, when we started the game, that was a girl. So, bad habits. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of a bad me. I really just don't need that. Grab a Warp Wing. I figure it's useful if I need to make a hasty exit. Also, I do not need Cascade anymore. We can just hit fight. Hooray! Very nice stop spell. To be honest, I might put Rain on charge. Just because a lot of the monsters here don't actually use magic, they use abilities. So that might be wise. Still, we are proceeding quite well. Gosh, another one of these. Okay. Well, at least it should be the last one, ideally. So yeah, I am going to put her on, or him on charge. Gosh, I must miss his mother a lot. To be fair, in my perspective, we had Aqua for so long. I mean, that was probably a good, almost 15 hours I spent with her. So, I do miss her. And one day I won't forget that, her son is with us and she's not. Gosh darn it, cascading. Bad habit. Now trust me, good habit to have, bad habit to be in when you don't need to do it anymore. So, double-edged sword. Very nice. Should be the last random floor. Oh. This is goofy music. Let's see, step guard and our map magic. Let's take a look around. Perfect. Because I want to fight a boss. So what do they say was here? Funky Bird? Yes, indeed. There it is on stage. So, hey there.
Look at my cool steps.
Okay.
Why don't you dance with me?
Well, sure. Sounds like a lovely time. Funky Bird here is a guaranteed recruitable, and you don't need meat. Thank goodness, because we only have a sirloin. I would have cried. Now, they weren't kidding when they mentioned that Funky Bird is going to spam Panic Dance. They'll also use Hustle to heal. So you gotta be careful about that. That's right. Ideally, they'll just always attack. That would be lovely. In fact, just to lay on damage, I'm gonna put everyone to charge and really start just hammering away at this thing. But I mean, so far, so good. As you can see, Rain and Toto just don't do a lot of damage. There's the Hustle. Now, luckily, we know that it heals anywhere from like 70 to 80-ish. So he didn't undo all the damage we did, but he does have a fair amount of health. So, getting as much damage on him as we can is quite good. I also want to say it has a lot of MP too, so it's unlikely to run out of Hustle before you're, say, out of a bunch of abilities. I mean, granted, if you have the MP that we do, you will probably be fine. But some fights just drag on and on and on. And that's why I like having potions, especially at this point in the game. They really can make a difference. Same with Elf Waters and Life Dews. Terry is going to start playing an instrumental role in these fights later on. Because let me tell you, they get really hard if you aren't prepared. And even if you are, you can just get randomly crit, have something terrible happen. It's really easy to get caught with your pants down, even if you think you're wearing your belt properly. This game is tricky like that. So, always be prepared. That's why, too, I like trying to carry, like, a World Dew, some potions, and a World Leaf, just in case. But hey, the male Funky Bird got up and is looking at us. Want to take him? Absolutely. His name is Funk. Appropriate. So, absolutely. Now, let's take a look at your stats. Level 30. Terrible attack, not very good agility, decent defense, pretty alright intelligence, and okay HP and MP. For level 30, the stats are terrible, the nature is really not great either, but this bird does offer Life Dance and Hustle, which are two very useful skills. Seeing as I really didn't have a plan for breeding with Maze Rayburn, I might just breed this Funky Bird with it. And then I might, if I'm really feeling crazy, breed Rain with that Whip Bird to inherit its skills. That would be a little extreme, but might happen.
Ah, you're a great dancer. Well, thank you. Did you enjoy dancing? Well, let's go back.
All right, Wadabo. Sounds good to me. Still, not a hard gate at all. Has Gulples. Pretty good.
Well Well done, Terry. You defeated Funky Bird. I will call you Funky Terry from now on.
King?
Well, Terry, are you talking to the people of my kingdom? I heard there's a man called the Metal Man in the village. He likes tiny metals. Why don't you bring them to him? I'm busy. You're dismissed. Busy, busy, busy.
And see, there's the other reason I really want to go out of my way to get the reward. Even the king has been specifically mentioning the Metal Man. So, even if he's talking about it, you know there's gotta be a darn good purpose. Now look, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag here for you. Once you get 13 medals, you don't just get the Zapbird egg, you get an entire extra gate. So, I really don't care about the Zapbird egg, but I do care about that additional gate. So, hey, you know. Still, we have a medal. Puts us up to a total of 10, meaning we only need 3 more, which is pretty good and doable. I figure, worst case, we'll go through the Gate of Wisdom, clear that out, and if we don't have enough, I'll just keep going through, say, the Bazaar or the Well Gate, or whatever, maybe just the Arena one, to try to farm tiny metals as well as bards for stat increases. It should all work out pretty darn well. And, you know, I figure, worst case, it won't take that long, right? Hunting for tiny metals can be a real pain, and I'm seriously sorry if anyone's playing along and has to also do it. It's not that fun. Ironically, too, I feel like once you get the gate from the tiny metals, they drop like crazy in there. So it's a real slap in the face, but it does make getting the rest of them easier. So, you know, at least there's that. Next time we play Dragon Warrior Monsters, we'll see what that next gate is all about, and see if we can gain any new levels, friends, and see what else happens. As always, I'm Brad. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.